Good morning, all. Today we are having our guest, Dr. Prashant R Nair. He is Vice Chairman, Internal Quality Assurance at Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Amrita University. So it's my great pleasure and privilege to have him today for the discussion on New Education Policy 2020. So I welcome you, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Harikrishnan. Thank you for the warm welcome. Very happy to share some of my ideas and my insights onto new education policy. So at the outset, we have to understand this new education policy is a work in progress. It is a very aspirational document, means in the sense that there is a great and lofty vision that the NEP is having, which will make a big change in education and the technical education also in the country. But having said that, there are a lot of issues that need to be deliberated, lot of strategies that need to be implemented, lot of policy changes that need to be executed before we get the benefit out of it. You know, people say, no, devil is in the details. I beg to differ. I say God is in the details. Those details are only emerging, and as I understand, every university is trying to figure out strategy. So one way what we people have done is every major top university has made an NEP committee. The NEP committee can be an extension of the IQAC also. Many places the IQAC person itself is doing it. In our university, I am involved, but I am not the main lead on that. Somebody else is taking it up. But that NEP committee is going in a very aspirational level. Aspirational level means looking into the future, what all we can do. But the problem is we propose many things, but still we are constrained by many of these statutory bodies. If NEP hopes that, we hope that all this will change because we are having multiple statutory bodies, multiple regulatory bodies. See, for example, as a deemed university, I have to talk to 10 statutory and regulatory bodies. Sometimes as a deemed university, Ministry of Education directly asks me for some report and for some data. UGC, because it's a university, asks me for data and asks me for compliances. Then because I have engineering, AICT is asking me questions. We have medical council of National Medical Commission is asking. So there is a big problem. And then when you see accreditation also, NAC accreditation is needed for the university, but at the same time as a college, as an engineering college, you need to have NBA accreditation. Medical has its own, some sort of National Medical Commission has something similar to accreditation. It's basically called an inspection, but that is basically based on quality of the program and so on and so forth. So it's a very complicated thing, and it will take at least 5 years for us to actually, maybe more, 5 to 7 years. This is my personal opinion. This is not the opinion of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. This is the opinion, my opinion, that the entire thing will take 5 to 7 years to be executed, to go, and at least a decade before all of us get the benefit out of these things. That is my personal view, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Because in yesterday's newspaper, we had gone through the news that nowadays students can pursue 2 UG at the same time. The UGC has made a new norms, and lot of norms are coming and lot of flexibility is coming. So in view to the new education policy, a lot of twinning programs can happen, as well as students can have parallel degrees like engineering plus arts, or in paramedical, medical with some arts. Anything is possible. The scenario is like that. So how the implementation on a university or autonomous institution, that flexibility will be there. But in the case of affiliated colleges also, I think in future, all the institution may be like an autonomous organization or institution.
Yeah, see, there are two things to this question. See, one level is now there is going to be an academic bank of credit, meaning that whatever be the institution, whether you are an affiliated college, autonomous college, private university, deemed university, central university, government university, IIT, IIM, there will be as we deal in currency, we will be able to easily exchange credits between ourselves. So once you are part of the academic bank of credit, then it is universal in India. All of us have to follow. Otherwise, if you are having some MOU with a university or a college or something, and both the academic councils of the university and the college agree upon a system, then you can easily have a transfer of credits. So that is now going to be very seamless and very easy. That is one part of the equation. Okay. Now, that definitely it may start be implementing in the next 2 to 3 years. It will be very easy. So what I'm trying to say, somebody from Holy Grace College, if you are autonomous, I'm just saying if you are autonomous, somebody can come to our university. That even now you can do that. You come here, study for a semester, take those. If you are taking engineering, 6 courses, the 23 or 22 credits. That 22 credits can be easily plugged into your grade sheet, provided some course equivalences have to be mapped out. But if it is part of an ABC academic bank of credits nationally, then that process also is not needed. There are some minimum courses for a BTech computer science. If you are taking those courses in Amrita or in Kerala Technological University, it doesn't matter if you are part of the ABC. So that is one part. So we are going to see a lot of free flow of credits between universities, colleges, and so on. And the type of college will be immaterial. It will be whether it is a deemed university or a government university. Second thing we are going to see in the same system, we are going to see, the current went off. The same system, we are going to see a lot of online courses, MOOCs, which are approved MOOCs providers, can also be part of this puzzle. So, but the catch is it should be an approved one. It should be like, NPTEL or SWAYAM or edX or Udacity or Udemy, MIT, OCW, OpenCourseWare. So these official, formal, reputed MOOCs providers, that agility will also form. So to give you an example, already, I don't know, I know you are an alumni of Amrita, more than a decade back.
Yeah, I'm from Sen, the remote sensing.
From Sen, yeah. So I think for the last 7 or 8 years, I believe from 2013 onwards, I can recall all our PhD coursework, people who are doing PhD coursework, 50% of the coursework can be done through MOOCs programs, MOOCs courses. So if you are doing an engineering PhD, you have completed an MTech and BTech, you're doing an engineering PhD, you need 4 courses of 3 credits each. But that means 12 credits. 4 into 3 is equal to 12, plus some 1 credit and extra course on research methodology and extra course on mathematics. That's a different thing. But this 12 credits, 6 credits you can do in MOOCs. Okay. You can also do in as an independent course. Independent course means you can sit with the guide and do some course, but there should be some outcome of that. So already this was implemented almost 9 years back. Now, but somehow after that, the MTech and BTech we have permitted, but it's not caught on so much because of the fact that the statutory body sometimes looks at it with a little suspicion. So that kind of MOOCs program, some percentage of courses you can take through MOOCs, that is also going to come, and it is going to be reflected in the regulations. I don't exactly know what our regulations is, but I understand that some courses can be taken in MTech through MOOCs. Some courses in BTech can be taken in MOOCs, and that can be reflected on the grade sheets, provided it is an official, reputed MOOCs player with the grade sheet. They should give you a grade sheet, and it should be based on some evaluation online or whatever be the case. So that is going to already come. So these 2 things are going to come. Now, coming to the UGC chairman, even I read, because it opened more of a Pandora's box for me, how to do 2 programs. See, already there is something called a major minor program. Major minor program. Now, if you ask me, already it is there. I don't understand what is the logic in doing a BTech and a BSc at the same time. I don't understand. But there is a logic when you do a BTech in mechanical engineering, with the major is mechanical engineering and a minor is, say, artificial intelligence. So you become a mechanical engineer who knows the fundamentals of mechanical engineering and all fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, theory of machines and all those things. At the same time, you are having some special, you have taken some specialized training in artificial intelligence, robotics and so on. So I really don't understand. Already this major minor is there. My opinion, this is again, please note, this is my personal opinion, not you, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham's opinion. My personal opinion is we can have a lot of combinations of major and minor. And the major and minor, there should be some logical cohesion should be there. If they are totally unrelated programs, I don't know what is the use of it. Who will give a job? You have a BTech and a BCom. Who is going to give you a job? Either you get a job based on your BTech or your BCom. What is the point in so I think, we are yet to see how this is going to work out. But there could be some complementary things, complementary programs could be there. Both the degrees are in complementary areas, but then I really don't know how it's going to work, to be very honest with you.
So the other thing is that nowadays we are going to see the admissions, then results, then placements. These are the three criteria for an institution or an organization or a university.
Yeah.
So now when the new NEPs, the new education policy is coming, I think the results may not be having that much point of importance, because like if I am not able to continue the degree at a particular point, I can just switch on to other, or it's more like a skill set to how to grab the job or how competent we are on an industrial or research way. So the result, like scoring A+ or S grade, will be there, but that importance will be somewhat balanced with the other side. What is your opinion regarding this?
So, see, my personal opinion is, already there have been a lot of options of flexibility. So, see, we have already, at least the top private deemed universities in India, whether it is Amrita, VIT, SRM, Manipal, Shastra, Thapar, all these universities have already done many of these so-called curricular innovations even before the NEP. See, it is not a single day you can't do these things. You have to go one step at a time. So many of our students, final year project, that's a 6-month project in the 8th semester of engineering. Last 10 years, we are saying, instead of that project, students have been doing an internship, or they have been going to a foreign university and doing a project. They are going to ISRO, DRDO, some national research laboratory and doing some projects. So it's already been happening in many cases. Flexibility is there. We are sending even, it's a little difficult, but we have been sending MTech students after first year for foreign university exchange. So if it is after 3 semesters, it is very easy, because the last semester is only a project and that project can be done there. But we have been sending students after first years, after 2 semesters of MTech we are sending. So all the 3rd semester coursework we have done, we are exchanging with some other universities. There is a course credit transfer and so on and so forth. So it's been happening, and in fact, I was told, somebody who told me yesterday, VIT has been doing major minor program for the last 7 or 8 years. So these things have always been there. But then somehow probably the rank and file, all the colleges have not been able to do it. Some of these universities have already been doing this. So flexibility is there, but the flexibility comes with some constraints. See, you are telling about evaluation, exams. Many of our MTech courses, that end semester evaluation is probably 20%. 80% is based on continuous assessment. It could be based on projects, mini projects, research papers, presentation. So many things are there. But for UG, unfortunately, there is a UGC rule that says that at least 50% should be there in the end semester exam. I don't know when UGC is going to remove that rule, but for undergraduate education, they are kind of insisting that 50% of the assessment should be end semester exam. 50% should be continuous assessment. Given a chance, I will make it 100% continuous assessment. That end semester exam need not be there. We have started some project-based courses. That is computer science courses like software engineering, DBMS, RDBMS, what is it? Relational database management systems. These kind of courses are project-based courses. Project means end semester exam is not there. The end semester exam is a project presentation. If you understand, there is no written exam. They take up some case study or use case, and then they present it. Software engineering, what they do is we give them a use case. That end semester exam is based on that use case. Using that Jira, agile methodology, and Jira, JIRA, that software is there, no, for software engineering and project management. Using that, they do a full-fledged presentation. Before the corona, we even asked them to go to an industry. Now it is not possible because of pandemic. So these things have been already happening. But then again, this is not in contravention of the UGC rule. UGC rule says that 50% should be end semester. But for us, it's end semester exam is a project review. That is the only difference here. So you can innovate within the scope of the regulations. But there are some issues even today. Integrated, somebody was telling, integrated BE MBA program. So the logic is we do an integrated BE and MBA program in 5 years. 3.5 years you do BTech engineering, and 1.5 years you do a management program. Some courses are common. Those common courses can be adjusted. Same way you can look at integrated MTech. 5 years you can do if you are going in the same flow. From the 5th semester on itself, your electives are advanced electives in the MTech area. Means suppose you are doing you are an electronics engineer. You are doing an integrated MTech VLSI. So you are in the 5th semester itself, you start taking electives, a stream of electives based on VLSI. 5th semester, you have taken some VLSI electives. Sorry, 6th semester, you have taken some integrated VLSI electives. 7th and 8th also. So then your MTech becomes a little compressed. Some commonalities are, but even today, AICTE has not agreed to this. AICTE has still some regulations that are not agreeing to this 5-year thing, but I think it is changing. I am told that they are discussing how to take this thing. Yeah. So this is my opinion. And the placement, of course, see, placement will continue to be a very important indicator, whether you like it or not, whether it is any university, even IITs, if you take, maybe IIT will not be talking about the number of companies, but the IIT will be talking about the international placements, the CTC. See, that is going to be an indicator everywhere and anywhere and in the future also. That is not good.
Yeah, so I think that as a deemed university or an autonomous, there are a lot of flexibility now itself existing. But when NEP is coming into implementation, I think the affiliated colleges or the other institution which is following some state university norms will also be having some flexibility, and we can bring all the institutions together under one umbrella with common norms. So the flexibility that whether I am doing in studying in Maharashtra, in Kerala or Tamil Nadu, whatever it may be, we are undergoing a common scenario. And the pooling of students from India to abroad can also be limited, because here itself we are having a lot of flexibility and all the facilities are available in India. And we are also undergoing the revolution of policies, because long back we had certain education policy, and as per the timing, we need to change. So I think with this main objective, if we are implementing it, I think irrespective of the institutions or university, all will be having a flexibility, and the final beneficiary will be the students as well as the faculty.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Now, I will give you one example why this is already happening. As a principal of Holy Grace, you might have heard about the Smart India Hackathon.
Yeah.
See, Smart India Hackathon is a revolutionary idea. I've been a judge, I've been a mentor, I've been a SPOC for this last 4 or 5 years. I've been, from day one, I've been involved. First as a mentor, then I became a judge. Now I'm also the college SPOC, a single point of contact, coordinating the internal hackathon in Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham Coimbatore Campus. I can tell you, in the last 5 years, I have seen, just hold on. So I have been seeing if you take that the winners of the Smart India Hackathon, so many colleges that I have never even heard about. See, you have been in Coimbatore. Everybody knows Coimbatore, PSG, CIT, Amrita, Krishna, Kumariguru. Beyond that, we probably don't know more colleges. But you see, if you take the list of winners of Smart India Hackathon, so many colleges. So that means there is talent. Talent is available. Chumma, they cannot go and win the Smart India Hackathon. They are maybe for every problem statement, they are getting 50 to 100 submissions. From those 50, 100 or 150 submissions, they are selecting the top 7. So that means there is tremendous talent. And then from this top 6 or 5 or 6 or 7, somebody is winning. And it is some common, people say, Aam Aadmi, common man colleges. It is a really great thing. So talent is definitely there. And anybody can progress, anybody can move on to that level. I have absolutely no doubt. That change, whether you're a top ranked university, top ranked college, you will see talent everywhere. And that is bound to happen. That is what I feel.
Exactly, that is a very valid point, because as Sir has mentioned, talent is available everywhere. The only thing, we are not getting an opportunity or exposure to exhibit the talent. Many of them are unaware of the resources or the opportunities available. So in the case of NEP, when it is implemented, I think it will be definitely a better platform for the faculty also to enhance and upgrade their knowledge, which will be benefiting the students, because everything is coming under a single point of contact or single statutory authority for implementation. The flexibility will be more.
True. Very true.
And as Sir has mentioned, the major minor, which is still existing in many universities as well as deemed universities, but still many students are just for namesake, they are learning and going, like getting a grade. But when NEP is coming, I think that grading, irrespective of the theoretical knowledge or writing in an examination and getting a pass mark or getting a degree, other than that, that flexibility will help them to have a in-depth knowledge or a hands-on experience by learning itself, while getting some in foreign universities and all, they are earning while learning also. So such concepts are also coming into picture here.
True, very true.
And we are having a lot of pool in Polytechnic also. Polytechnic resources in India are very strong, and some of the students, like some program can be engaged, like getting a BTech degree or corresponding MTech, because there may be more practically, more exposure will be there for such students.
Yeah. No doubt. I think that top class, world class, everything will be changing. It will be, the NEP also says that very good colleges, maybe they may mean autonomous, means not affiliated. Once you are autonomous, means you have already gone through a NAC accreditation. If you are an engineering college, you have already gone to an NBA accreditation. You have already faced a UGC autonomy committee that has looked at your the 360 degrees thing. I have been part of one committee that conferred autonomy on one engineering college just before the pandemic. So I know it is a 360 degrees evaluation. You have to look at the administration, the finance, the management, the students, the innovation, the research, everything is there. So these colleges have already demonstrated some promise, and which is evidenced in terms of the accreditation, the ranking, the autonomy, and so on. So these colleges can be given the full freedom to start giving degrees and also. That is what the NEP is also talking about. Now we have 1,000 universities. Once the all these autonomous colleges become universities, I think that number may become 3,000 or something like that. Maybe more, I don't know. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, exactly. And that it is a continuous process, like all accreditation, and when NEP is coming also, it is a continuous evaluation process for the institution also, in order to maintain the standard.
Yeah, absolutely. That is
so definitely the benchmark will be there, and I think it's a good policy, as Sir has mentioned. Everyone will be getting an opportunity, irrespective of the location, whether you are from urban or rural background, or any point where you are looking standing behind in case of communication or something. It will be an overall development. Like we are incorporating lot of programs, like add-on programs, cultural, art, science, then like theater and engineering. Lot of concepts are there. So it will be an overall development, personality development also. So I think the pooling of students from India to abroad will be limited, and India will be a place of lot of opportunities where we need to explore, because we are having lot of manpower. So what's your opinion, sir? Now we are having a trend like students are moving from India for higher studies after the +2. So what will be the NEP will be having a turning point, I think.
Yes, I definitely feel some of them will choose to stay back. Not all. See, some of them are going with a very clear goal of emigrating. They don't. They want to
Yes.
settle down abroad and all. So it's not that everybody will stop going abroad. People will still continue to go abroad because they want to emigrate and they want to settle down in that country. And I mean, if you go to US, I've lived in the US. The flexibility that you get is tremendous. Nowhere you get, and not only that, it doesn't matter. You can become anything you want. Your growth is tremendous. But having said that, some people will continue to go, but because of lack of opportunity, at least many things will change. Ukraine, maybe once some provisions come and all, if medical education becomes a little more cost effective, why should people go to Ukraine or China to do medical education? You going to US, I can understand. Going to Europe, Western Europe is fine. Why should you go to Ukraine and all? There's no need actually, because the cost of education is cheaper. So maybe all those things, some changes will be there. Foreign universities are also going to come and set up campuses in India. So that may also help. There could be a different model. What I feel is that when foreign universities set up shop, part of the education may be in India, part of that may be in their foreign campus. So people still get the chance to go abroad. But then those who want to emigrate may still want to go abroad.
Yeah, it will be like a global exposure. It's good only in one or the other way. It is totally good because we are having the cultural exchange, the thought exchange, the project exchange, and the quality exchange also. It's good. And as sir has mentioned, in long back, engineering colleges were very less. Now we are having the technical education abundant irrespective of rural urban area, and talents are still there. Similarly, medical education will be also undergoing a revolution now.
True.
Paramedical also. So in the coming years, I think the NEP is going to have a tremendous transformation in technical education, and it will be having more exposure, like global exposure. So thank you, Dr. Prashant R Nair, our IKC personnel from Amrita University. He's having good experience over this quality surveys, accreditation. He is in board of governance of or representatives in all these accreditation bodies. So it is great pleasure and privilege to have him for this discussion. I think this question was like a layman point of view, because now all the parents and students are like floating weightless in water without knowing the direction, because a lot of discussions are happening on NEP, but actually all are telling high technical as well as complicated terminology, but it was very lucid and very simple manner sir has conveyed his concept where everyone can understand. So I wish you all the very best. So being a holiday as well as tomorrow we are having the Vishu Easter, I wish you all the very good wishes for this festive season, and let you are having a good, healthy and prosperous life ahead. So thank you for spending your valid time. Have a nice day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. In fact, today is Tamil New Year in Coimbatore. So it's a holiday for us also. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.